welcome back to a new video. If you're new to this channel, my name is Victoria. I am an event student doing my internship in Stockholm, and in this video I'm gonna cover for you how I've been able to stay at a hotel for 3 months and counting. So I want to explain a few things about that and share some things, but before we do that, I'm gonna bring you to the hotel that I have gotten access to. The hotel that I'm staying at here has a very limited gym. It's very small and could be better, but there is another Scandic hotel down the street that I've been getting access to go to the gym. So I just want to show you the really nice gym they have and the jacuzzi that they also have. So let's go over there, and then later in this video we will sit down to talk about the details about how I can afford to stay at a hotel. It's the day after. I am back at my hotel, and now I am gonna sit down and just talk to you guys about how I'm able to stay at the hotel and a little bit of like how I'm doing all the everyday life stuff that comes very easily when you're staying at your own place. But just to start, I felt like I wanted to explain myself because I had a few people like being like, oh, you're staying at a hotel, and a coworker said, oh, the first time you said it I thought you were like some spoiled little brat and your parents were paying, and that's not the case. I wanted to clarify, I am paying this myself and it's an affordable deal, which is the reason why I'm doing it. Just to rewind a little bit, the plan was for me to have an apartment, renting it for the 4 months that I was going to be up here, but I don't know, I looked into many different pages. I looked into Facebook groups, I looked into Blocket Bostäder, I looked into student apartments, I looked into Airbnbs, and I just learned the prices of Stockholm was way more expensive than I had planned from the start. But then I also saw that the student apartments were probably the most affordable options. So I signed up for a few student apartments, but I was a little bit limited because the student apartments in Stockholm were some that you had to go to a university in Stockholm, and because my internship is in Stockholm and my school is in Borås, I was not able to sign up for a few of them. That limited down a few options, but I did end up on queue number 2 for one student apartment, but then the person before me got it, so that was a little bit sad. But anyway, I did not get any student apartment. I looked into staying at just rooms in other people's places, and that was also very expensive just to have your own room in someone's home. So then what I did is I looked into Longstay hotel, and I called up a few places, I got some details, and I started thinking maybe this is an option. So once I was thinking that that was an option, it just hit me, oh, what if there's a student discount on this? What I did then is I opened up my Mecenat, the student discount app in Sweden, and I searched for hotel. What came up was the deal at Scandic that I'm using right now. So they had an offer to stay at a hotel for 1 month, and the price was equal to what it was to rent an apartment like in the central of Stockholm. I don't want to toss around numbers because that can be triggering, but it is equal to what you get for an apartment in the second hand. Even like, I would say in this area, it's probably more expensive to rent an apartment in second hand. And I was like, huh, that's quite good actually. And then what I did is I wrote down the pros and cons of me staying here versus getting an apartment somewhere or just getting a room with someone. It just added up that if I were to get a place that was a bit out and it was cheaper, I would have to buy an SL card, which is the train card. And then another thing that would add up is a gym membership card, because I would need to have a gym because I love going to the gym and it made me feel good. But then staying at a hotel, the gym is included, I'd have to think about that fee. So one thing that is a little bit more complicated staying at a hotel is the fact of food. People were asking me a lot, like, how are you gonna do that? So basically what I do is each breakfast I get included. I eat a big breakfast, I eat egg, I eat bread, I eat yogurt, I eat oats, like I eat a big breakfast, fruits also, that fills me up for the day. And that's very like really good. The food they have, feel like it's good nutrition, and also of course there are like cookies and stuff like that, pancakes, but I just choose to not eat that every single day. Sure, I will have once or twice on the weekend, but it's also very easy to overeat when you're having an all-you-can-eat buffet. But I'm trying to view it like where can I get my nutrition. Then for lunch, I actually are not too hungry because of the amount of food I eat in the morning and like the good kind of food that I eat in the morning. So what I do is always I have a shake, and then like a protein shake, so it fills me up with protein so I can last for another few hours. And then for dinner, that was probably one thing that was going to be a little bit tricky because obviously I would need dinner each night. I found an app, Karma, which is an app for food waste. So restaurants are selling their food for a really good price so they don't have to toss it. And I've been like using Pressbyrån, 7-Eleven, they have wraps. Sometimes it's like $3, which is like 30 kronor, and that's a dinner for me sometimes. So I just had to be very creative in those ways. And I also been eating cup of noodles, and I just heat up water, and it's very convenient. So just trying to be smart in different ways. And then the second thing is that for laundry, I was also thinking, okay, that might be a tricky thing. I found the tvättomanen, and I think there's a blog where I go there. It's super convenient. I pay like $10, 100 kronor for one load, and I don't have to do that very often, but it feels very like convenient. And yeah, it's like a small thing that has been like, people have been asking, how do you do that? This is the reason like how I can stay at the hotel. I found solutions and not problems with it. I know my family were saying a little bit like, how are you gonna do that? You have laundry, dinner, but for me it was all about finding the solutions and weighing the pros and cons. Another thing that made the deal very affordable was the fact that you could stay 2 people in the hotel room, and the plan was actually for Ethan to come much earlier and stay here with me, but because of COVID and Sweden closing down, we decided for Ethan to come a little bit later. So anyway, that's how I've been able to stay at the hotel, and a little bit about how I manage it every week and day with food and stuff that comes in every day. I hope you have liked this video, and if you're a student, check out the Mesonaut deal and see if that's something you want to do. They also offer a really good price on rooms for just 1 days and stuff like that. This is not a collab, I'm just sharing a tip from a student to another student. So check that out, and I will see you guys in another video. Bye!